All right, I'm Ramblin' Rob live here at Viola Lee Hoops at the Dark Star Jubilee, interviewing Paul Baroli from Steal Your Face. Real cool dead cover band out of Pennsylvania. I'll let him get on with telling you a little bit about himself and other members of the band in just 1 minute. So Paul, you're here at the Dark Star Jubilee. Who else is in the band that couldn't make it up here?
Well, we've got the founding member is on rhythm guitar. His name is Gary Engel. And on the drums, Blue Lou Zalvino. And the wildest gunslinger in the West, as I like to call him, on lead guitar. I always want to call him a young kid, but he's not so young anymore. Curtis Eustace on lead guitar. And boy, as a kid, I just, he's far away from me right now. And as I say his name, I miss him because I'm used to being with those guys. And that's my boys.
Excellent, excellent. So you guys, are you all from Philadelphia?
Philadelphia and the surrounding area. I grew up in Levittown, which is a suburb of Philadelphia in Bucks County, and we're pretty much surrounded around Northeast Philadelphia and in the surrounding area.
Gotcha, gotcha. So how long have you guys been playing together in your current form?
Current form has been about 6 years, I'd say. Took us a little while to get it right, and when the core four of us got together, finally once and for all. We knew, that was it, and that's been about 6 years. It's been about 6 years.
Excellent, excellent. So how'd you guys end up hooking up? How'd you guys meet, since you're kind of all from the same area? Did you guys meet playing around in local bars?
No, not at all, actually. Believe it or not, I answered an ad, and I'll give him a plug. I answered an ad on PhilZone, philzone.org. Someone was trying to put a band together, and that band really didn't work out, but because of it, I got to meet Gary, and Gary and I started Steal Your Face, and I also got to meet Curtis. Curtis, I think they all answered the same ad. So we ended up together and, went from there. But Curtis was so young at the time. He was 15 years old, so we couldn't take him anywhere, but we loved the way he played, and just had to give it a little time to mature and develop, and, then we got it cooking.
Excellent, excellent. So I don't know if I need to necessarily ask the next question. I was going to ask you who your musical and lyrical influences are. I know you guys are, pretty much Grateful Dead cover band. You might do some of your own original music, though. So I'll let you answer that, because a lot of people pull from a lot of different musical backgrounds and bring them into a band. So what do you think your musical and lyrical influences are?
All right, man, this could get a little lengthy because there's so many. But first thing first, tonight we saw the Wailers here at Dark Star Jubilee, and Family Man Barrett, of course, Bob Marley's bass player, and one of my heroes was right in front of me. I was 10 feet away from tonight, so I'm just glowing to see one of my biggest influences right there on the stage in front of us tonight, which was just so awesome. So of course, Family Man Barrett and Bob Marley and his songwriting, but of course, the Grateful Dead and their influences, and first and foremost for me, Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan to me is, he changed it all. When what the Beatles did for melody and production, Bob Dylan did with lyrics and songwriting and put it all together, and the Dead kind of knew it, and of course with what they did with Robert Hunter, and yeah, man, that's it for me.
Yeah,
wait, I'm sorry, because we got to talk about Phil, right? We got to talk about Phil. Right? Yeah. Of course. The gang here at Viola Lee Hoops is laughing at me. Phil, the god of thunder. No, Phil's the man, of course. So, he's, I listen to some of the stuff from the 70s and just it's superhuman. I don't even think I could, yeah, and I can hit pause and rewind and, sit there and fumble around on my bass, and it's superhuman what the guy did. It's amazing. And, when he was in that band with Jerry and Bob and everybody, it's amazing what they did. And, yeah, so of course Phil, and, yeah, sure.
So yeah, actually the Grateful Dead did 38 Bob Dylan songs. So yeah, they kind of really like Bob Dylan too, man. And I tell everybody who is a young artist that when they're starting to write their own songs, that they really need to listen to Bob Dylan. Doesn't matter if you like him or don't like him, but if you're going to write your own songs, you need to listen to Bob Dylan. Period. The end.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, when you're saying that, I was thinking about earlier today, Melvin Seals and JGB here today did a smoking version of Positively 4th Street. It was so awesome. I hope you guys caught it. It was awesome. And I want to send some well wishes to Jimmy, of course, from JGB, man. You're fighting the good fight, and, you know, we're all hoping the best for you and hoping to see you back out playing music real soon.
Cool, excellent, excellent. So, I guess you guys are pretty much a straight-up, you know, Grateful Dead band, and you guys have been playing live for quite some time. How would you guys describe your sound? Are you just a true straight Grateful Dead cover, or do you do, you know, some Fish and throw some other stuff in?
Yeah, we definitely do throw some other stuff in. I would say we play about 80% Grateful Dead, and that other 20% can go anywhere, really. You're going to get a heavy dose of Bob Dylan. You're probably going to get a little reggae, usually a Bob Marley tune, or a little Legalize It, some Peter Tosh in there. And once in a while, we'll do some originals. We have some songs that I've written and some songs that we've written together, and once in a while, we throw them in there. And so, yeah, that's about when you add it all together, that's, you know, the kind of mix you get, because we love the Grateful Dead so much, and because it's kind of how we sort of made our bones and made our fans, and it kind of has been an organic thing and grown together, and it's what we intended to do, but it's just grown and grown, and the formula just seems so right and natural. And to describe our sound, I would have to say, you know, not a straight cover or tribute, but high energy, interpreted the way we hear and feel the music. So always trying to do it honorably and paying tribute, but yet doing our own thing with it, and really paying tribute to it in that way by being true to that night on that stage in that moment.
Excellent, excellent. So you got up at the Jubilee here. I guess you're having a really good time. What do you specifically like best about playing live?
Everything. I mean, really, everything. It's what makes me tick. You know, the day of a show, and you know, I know when I'm going on, and you know, it starts to build from deep within, and it builds and builds and builds and builds until we get on stage, and you know, when people are in front of you, and that energy is happening, and you know, Phil said it, closing the circuit, and when that happens, it is the most amazing, beautiful thing. That is such a blessing, and to be a part of that, as anyone knows who's been on either side of it, is just such a beautiful thing. And to feel like, you know, there's 5 of us on stage, and however many, some nights it's 5, some nights it's 5,000, you know, when that energy's there and it's happening, to be a part of that connection is just it, man. That's the magic, and I think that's, you know, what anyone who's really doing it right is going for every time they get on there. And I certainly know that me, when I step on stage, that's it, man. I'm going for it every night. So it may not always be pretty necessarily, but you know that I'm going for it 100%. I want to take it as far as I can go, and I want to make sure that if you came to see Steal Your Face, you know, you're getting off. And I did everything I could to make sure you did.
That's an answer vaguely familiar. Most people answer very similar to that. Good. For sure.
Good.
So have you guys got any places where people could listen to your music on the internet?
Absolutely. You can go to stealyourfaceband.com, and we're current up at our website all the time. And there's new YouTube from just last month. We had the honor to play with Sunshine Garcia from Further. Further was in Atlantic City, and we did an after party at the Hard Rock Cafe. And it was hooked up through a friend of mine, Big Dean Rubenstein. Thanks, Dean. He got Sunshine out to our show, and she was amazing and just graced us with a beautiful Scarlet Fire we did together, and she just blew the roof off the place. So there's video of that at stealyourfaceband.com, and as we go through our travels this summer and get on some cool stages and get some cool videos, which we just got a few weeks ago, we did Pennypack Park Amphitheater, and our good friend Andrew Levin with Stage Trip Productions, he did the lights and sound at the Hard Rock as well, and he did lights for us at Pennypack, and man, what this guy's doing in Philly is just amazing. I mean, he's using projections and lasers, and it's just a big production, and he makes us look so good. So there's video. We're always putting new video up, is my point, and it's at stealyourfaceband.com, and of course our Facebook page. Just look for Steal Your Face Band on Facebook.
That's how I found you, on Facebook, actually. So there you go. Yeah, yeah. All right. So,
you like us?
Yeah, I liked you, and you're my friend.
We're friends.
So that's a great, great way to get your music. I'm going to check you out too, and maybe play some of that tasty stuff, that Scarlet Fire you mentioned. Maybe play that in a future show for sure. So do you have any big plan for 2013? Are there any places or any festivals you're looking really forward to playing at?
So many. I mean, we have such a fun summer planned as we sit here Memorial Day weekend, at the Jubilee. Like, this is the kickoff, right? And it's going to be such a fun summer. We've got In and Out of the Garden. We go at Snipes Farm in Morrisville, Pennsylvania, which is right in our own backyard. And it's their 6th annual, and we've been at every single one of them. So that's June 14th and 15th. We're headlining Friday night there. And then Saturday night, Miz is going to be there. And every band is playing a different Grateful Dead album. So it's, except for one, there's an Allman Brothers band playing, and I think they're doing live at the Fillmore. So yeah, other than that, it's all Grateful Dead and Grateful Dead inspired albums. So I'll tell you. You want to know? Yeah. We're going to play. Steal Your Face is going to play Without a Net. So yeah, classic, some classic version of Eyes there with Branford Marsalis on the saxophone, and we're looking to do something real special with that. So there you go. No one knows that.
Okay, so, I'm not going to tell anyone.
All right, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. Let's see, and then first weekend of August, on Friday, August 2nd, we're headlining Steal Your Fest, which is a great festival in Charlottesville, Pennsylvania. It's like 2 hours outside of Philly, beautiful country, and that was probably my favorite festival of last summer. I probably shouldn't say that, but I think what? No, I was there last summer. We played a great time. We play a lot of festivals. I love them all, but I did love that one last summer. We're headlining there on Friday night, August 2nd, and then we can't stay too long because we're heading up to New York to Fletch Fest, and we're playing Saturday night, August 3rd at Fletch Fest in Westernville, New York, with Jeff Pearson from Further and his band, The Fall Risk. So it's going to be a fun weekend, and then I get to come home and play the Man Music Center with my reggae band, Ja People, on Sunday, August 4th. So that one is like circled, starred, highlighted, and in 3D on my calendar.
It sounds like you got a busy summer this year, man. I'm going to ask you just a couple more questions. I know we're getting into About Darkness here. We're going to be also, I think, the louder stage is going to be cranking up here soon. It's still going to obscure us from a vocal standpoint. But you played...
No, DSO is going to start soon, and I'm going to bounce.
Hey, I hear you, man. So... you have been playing music for probably most of your life, I'd imagine. You seem like that kind of guy. What would you say your best musical memory is?
Oh, man. It's such an... I don't know. I mean, there's so many. There's so many from, being a kid and doing things that, performing and just things that I know led to, like, me performing today and stuff like that. Like, so many memories of being at so many great shows and so many, goosebump moments and things like that, and just getting to see my heroes play and stuff like that. Man, it's really hard, and I wouldn't want to shortchange any other ones by just, like, picking one out. But here's one, because things happen, So when I was... this has nothing to do with rock and roll, but it has everything to do with rock and roll. I was in 10th grade. I was in the Neshaminy High School marching band, and I played an instrument called the mellophone, which is it's a marching version of the French horn. So it's like a big trumpet with all kinds of piping in it, big horn, and that was the instrument I played. And 10th grade, you're new to high school, never was in a marching band. I didn't know anything like that. I just was playing music, and that's what I was doing at the time. So I ended up in the marching band. And first game out, we're at a visiting school in Levittown where I grew up, and they give you uniforms like that day, and I'll tell you anything, and like these old pants from the 70s and these buckles and straps and stuff, and like I don't know, I just twisted things up inside my pants, and like it was, I don't know, it was like 1991, so you have to know that underneath of those marching band pants that I twisted up to keep on, I was wearing like fluorescent green patterned like shorts, like remember those Jam shorts, everyone wore? I wore them, and they were underneath my marching band pants. So there we are, like the first show's going on, and like as soon as we're like coming out, I feel my pants start to loosen, and I'm like, they're gonna go. So I'm holding my pants with one hand, and the trials of a chubby kid, and I'm like playing my horn with the other one, and I'm like doing my thing. I think I'm holding up pretty good, And there's this one spot where the whole band stops and everyone plants their legs, and you're supposed to have your hands on your horn like big and wide, and I have to hold my pants up, so I'm holding my pants up, and I have my horn out with my other hand, and the drum major's conducting the band, and she's like annoyed at me, and like, cause I must look like I'm totally standing out, and she says, let go, like she like directed me, she's like, let go, says right to me. I'm like, all right, fine. So I remember I let go, of course my parents have it on video, let go, and like, I'm like marching backwards, and like, wham, my pants come down, fluorescent green, jam shorts, like whole football stadium. I mean, picked him up, kept on going, kept on playing, and just kind of learned from that moment to just laugh and roll on. Hey, man, you should come say hello, because you smoked this place today, man. You really moved this entire place. This is Ramblin' Rob and his radio show, man. Say hello to everybody.
How are you? It's A-Bear. How are you?
How you doing, man? I'm Ramblin' Rob.
Hi, Ramblin' Rob.
Nice
Dave, nice to meet you.
Yeah, we were just wrapping up the interview, talking
Oh,
about
shucks.
the events he's got coming up.
Oh, good. Yeah, today was a great day, too. It was just perfect. It was church, kind of.
Well, Melvin said it was church, and you took us, man.
Hey, after a weekend of sinning, you got to come back and, can redeem yourself. And it works. Yeah, thanks a lot. Thank you.
I really like this. First time I've seen you guys live. And really, yeah.
Well,
and
Melvin really does some things that I honestly forget I'm playing on stage. I feel like I'm out there watching him. It's amazing. He just does stuff that I'm like, oh, me? Oh, okay, I'll play. He floors me every time, so that's always a great treat. So.
Yeah, and the other thing I noticed that when I was, listening to you guys, you got an uncanny, you just sound just a lot like, Garcia. I mean, say, circa probably, late '80s, early '90s. I mean, you've got the gravelly, like you've been smoking too much, They
call it the lilt, apparently. It's not exactly a straight note, but but I found in doing that, there's some really neat vocal acrobatics that you can do inside of there that they're not improper. They're just neat things to do that I would have never have thought to do, and it's something I think when you listen to something, you always try to maybe use your own voice, but the reality is the more you keep plugging it in and putting it into your ears, it just comes out and rehashes itself the way you hear it and the way you know it. And that's always a good thing. So
It's beautiful.
as long as it wasn't offensive, I think we're okay.
It's beautiful, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and we're thrilled that you share it with us and keep the music going, because you do it so well.
Thank you very much. All right.
Keep the memory alive.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to mosey on. We're looking for PA Pat. Do you guys know who PA Pat is?
PA Pat, I don't know. Hey, you guys know who PA Pat is?
Yeah. We're looking for the chicken fajitas. He's not cooking here tonight. I know. He told me that. He told me that. I was like, hey, I've been looking all over for your vending tent. He's like, oh, I'm not cooking here. And so now I'm just looking for him. And it's late on Sunday. It's possible. It could be a lost cause.
You can always eat some disco pizza.
Yeah, we like disco pizza.
Hey, we've got some great veggie lunch meat if you if you like that.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks a lot. Very nice to meet you, fellas. Yeah. And your name?
I'm Paul.
Paul.
I'm Ramblin' Rob, man.
Great.
Yeah, I was
Thanks a
gonna
lot.
say.
All right.
Thanks for your time.
Cheers. Yeah. Thanks a
Yeah,
lot,
take care,
y'all.
man. All right, excellent. Well, there you go. Just dropping by here.
The real star.
Yeah, the real star. Yeah, from Jerry Garcia band, Melvin Seals and Jerry Garcia band.
You never know who's gonna stop by when Steal Your
No.
Face is doing something.
No, So, I'm going to wrap this up here. One last question. We're going to make this real quick, real easy for you here. What do you think, you've probably heard almost all the Grateful Dead songs. What do you think your favorite Grateful Dead song is?
Oh, man. It is, because it's just, with same thing where you asked me about my musical memory, like I hate to shortchange one, like I hate to shortchange the other one, to say Terrapin Station, to think about Black-Throated Wind, to say Unbroken Chain, and that's probably what I would say for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's my wedding song, so it has a huge, huge meaning to me. And I'll never forget dancing at my wedding to it, seeing people like, you know, when it breaks into the solo, and it's such a beautiful thing, you know, but it's not the kind of thing you hear at a lot of weddings, you know, and like where people looking at it, it's like, what is going on here? But, you know, that was our tune. And I woke up to that song every day for I don't know how many months. Just, you know, it was one of those summers that I woke up to Unbroken Chain every day, and like that song is just that's probably it, man. The words are so beautiful, and the way the jam is so beautiful, and the cohesiveness of how they all work together, and Phil's vocal is so amazing on the studio version. Just love it. Just love it.
Yeah, I actually played a couple weeks ago. Outtake from Mars Hotel, Unbroken Chain, like a little almost 8 minutes. Him just first time playing it, stopping, starting, talking. So good.
How about you? You were here last night. You have to explain to me what happened. DSO did Unbroken Chain into drums, space, and then did they come back? They came back to Unbroken Chain, but I don't even know if there was more going on or what.
It was a mystery, a true mystery.
It was awesome. If you were there, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we're going to wrap it up. I appreciate you stopping by to visit Ramblin' Rob here at the Dark Star Jubilee, specifically at Viola Lee Hoops here on Shakedown Street. And I look forward to playing a lot of your stuff in the future, man. It's a pleasure meeting you and talking with you.
Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate what you do, man, sharing the music and keeping it going, and giving someone like me a chance to spout off. But tell people about, you know, the music of Steal Your Face, which is the music of Jerry Garcia and the Grateful Dead, and that love that we love to share. So we appreciate what you do and getting a chance to share it with you. So thanks a lot, man.
All right. I'll catch you out there for Dark Star Orchestra. Let's roll.